Well, hello. This is my violin number 228, and as you can see, it's a custom-made violin for a person in India, and it's designed to play Carnatic music, raga music. And it's actually, as you can see, a three-quarter sized violin that's a five-string. So it's kind of a hybrid, and it's cross-tuned and E B E B E from highest to lowest, and which is the style that traditional Indian music is played. And she's yet to be named. The owner for where this fiddle is going to name her, and I'll put that in the label. I have yet to put the label in because of the name, but I have Whitner precision peg tuners that are internal geared, and so it's going to be really easy to tune or change the tuning. Sometimes they change the tuning to I think EA, EAE. But anyway, she usually plays it in EBEBE, and so the Whitner tuners are really nice because they don't slip. You don't have to push them in when you tune them, and they're geared internally, but you can't see any external gears. They look like ebony, and so they're real pretty. Actually, I think they look nicer than ebony tuners, and some synthetic material. And so it had to be a three-quarter size because of the style that's played. And so I have a Diodario tuner that I put on it that will make it even easier to maintain and keep that tuning. And I also have a Whitner five-string tailpiece that's drawn shorter to compensate for the three-quarter sized fiddle. And I still have to rub it out. It's got a real glossy finish. I like kind of a semi-gloss, more of a satiny finish. And the back has a little bit of orange peel effect from the oil varnish, so I'm going to rub that out too with some oil and pumice paste. And that'll bring out the flame of the wood nicer too. And I made the wings, especially the top wings, a little more stubby so it doesn't catch the bow, because it is a five-string and the bow has to come a little lower on each end to play those strings. So I made the points come in a little closer. And but anyway, it's the type of tone that these players like is not like the Western fiddlers. They actually want less of a bottom end, less of a full resonance, to match their style of playing, type of music they play. So I added mass, a little more mass to the top and the back, from what I usually do to try to achieve that tone and have it balanced. And I decided not to put any carvings on the back corners to leave even more mass there to actually reduce the resonance of the violin. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I can't play in that. I could just draw the bow with open strings. I can't really play it in that tuning, but I think it's very balanced. It doesn't have the over resonance of another violin that I made for India for Carnatic playing, and so this one I think hit a home run as far as I could tell. And these strings are not practice strings, but they're my experimental strings, cheap strings that I put on to test it because I had the top off twice to kind of add a little more mass some grafts to the top to achieve this balanced, non-over resonant tone. And so it's going to sound even better with good quality strings that we're going to put on. I'm waiting to have them shipped. And so that'll make a big difference. But I think it already sounds really good. I'm real happy with it. I'm just going to draw the bow. And so for that style of playing, I think it's going to be good. It's strange for me to have it tuned in E, B, E, B, E. Can't find my notes, but anyway, that's the style that's played in traditional Indian music. And with Carnatic style, violin is played. The player sits on the floor with legs crossed, and the violin is actually in the upside down vertical position with the top of the scroll on the player's heel, and it's actually played. Let's say it's actually played like this, like upside down cello, which I can't do. So it's still a violin, but it's completely different style of playing and different sound. Oh, also I'm going to, this is a trial bridge. I'm going to put a Baggs bridge with a built-in pickup on it, and pair that with a Tone Dexter preamp to restore a natural acoustic tone. And so that's an unnamed 3/4 size 5-string hybrid violin that's going to Chennai, India. And I'm going to rub it out, put a new bridge on, put a Baggs bridge on it. Traditionally, those players don't use chin rest, and so it probably will go without a chin rest. And there it is. I'm real happy. It was an experiment. I did some things I've never done before with tone production, and it worked. So for this purpose. So there it is. Thanks for watching, and take care.